So this is round two session because the first session we had, unfortunately, the microphone was switched off. So now we have to reiterate. So this is round two. Here we go. I've got my homie Jason right here at the back.
Jason.
And today we're going to be talking about career problems. So our dilemma at the moment is that you've been having problems with your boss.
Mm.
There we go. You got to get the legs in. You got to get the leg in.
No, it's just nicer for the shot.
Yeah, but I
that
mean,
too.
exactly. So basically, Mr. Benson,
Mm-hmm.
where do we start?
Where do
So,
we start?
I'm gonna ask you firstly.
I'm guessing there.
So you say that you've been having problems with your boss.
Yeah, man.
In what respect? Are you not getting along with him? Is he paying you too little? Is he making you overwork? Or?
I feel like it's just the fact that I don't feel comfortable approaching him about things. So it's. I think he's, very focused on money and just, making money and materialistic things and doesn't really appreciate his employees enough. So it's just difficult to approach him with issues that I have. The main issue I have is the fact that I want to do interning for his private organization, which is like separate from because I work with sound, right? I work in sound industry.
You're studying now sound engineering
at the moment, yeah, as well.
You're working on the side.
Yeah. So now I'm working for him already for now.
Because you said he does gigs all over the place.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, all over. That guy, he's up in Josie doing stuff like I think he did something for The Voice as well. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And he's
the real McCoy.
Yeah, bro. He's busy. He's busy, and like all of that, I just feel that me approaching him about interning, we shouldn't have to fight over stupid things like how much is my transport fees and is it acceptable?
Is it compensate for petrol?
Etc.
So you tell me. So you brought the money scenario in now. Is that mainly what you've been fighting about?
I think it's the only situation that I had or encounter that I had with him where we sort of had like some tension. Before that, it's always been chill, always been cool. Keith and Jason and Keith, good.
There you go. Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that, but I'm not glad to hear that it went a bit south.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, money often does cause tension in relationships. That's why I try to keep business away from friends.
But this is business.
Of course, yeah, of course. But my point here is that it is normal for money to cause a bit of friction, and it seems like obviously you're a runner now, but you want to become an intern.
Yeah.
So in order for you to be an intern, he's obviously going to have to compensate more, and he seems like he's been reluctant to do so.
Yeah.
As you've mentioned before to me. So, what I can tell you, firstly, is there any other reason other than the money and the compensation that you'd like to do the internship, or is it solely you just want to make more
money? No, it's just I mean, on top of everything is experience. It's getting to know the place a bit better so that you can you know, if your eyes are closed, you still know where the counter is a bit or whatever, you
Exactly.
know, like.
I get you.
So it's
Get your foot
mainly,
into the industry a bit,
exactly,
into some doors.
exactly, exactly that.
Yeah. It makes sense though. I mean, you just studied the thing, so you'd like to get as much
Still
exposure.
studying, yeah.
Still studying.
Yeah.
You'd like to get as much exposure as possible,
Mm.
and you'd like to get your foot into the industry and get as many opportunities also as possible. So it makes sense. And the thing is, have you spoken to him about that? Not.
No.
See, that, my friend, is the problem. Because you've spoken to him about the money that you want, but you haven't spoken to him about the passion that you have to learn more about the industry and get your foot into those doors. And I feel like if you express that to him and express your want and your need and your ambition to learn, I think that will change his perspective marginally, very, very marginally.
But am I saying that just to make him like me?
Not at all. Not at all. I'm not saying to make him
am I not
like you.
fake?
No, my friend, you have spoken to him about the money. You have mentioned to him that you need more money, right? Because you say you're paying your own rent now and your own amendment fees and all that jazz. So you've expressed to him how you need the money, but you haven't expressed to him the non-materialistic thing. You've expressed to him the materialistic thing of you need money, but you haven't expressed to him how you want exposure. And you mentioned to me previously that you feel like he's been very disrespectful to you in the tone that he's spoken.
Employees in general.
Oh, so it's your staff members as well.
Feel like he doesn't, like I said, appreciate us. Like he doesn't appreciate us.
And the thing is, in order for a business to flourish, and you need your employees to like you.
Exactly.
And you need to build a positive relationship with your employees. So I think maybe you can also mention that to him. But the thing is, it sounds like this guy would get easily offended if you try and tell him how he must act. So maybe try compliment him first. Try warming up a bit and express to him how appreciative you are to be in that institution or working with his company and how much you've enjoyed it. But once you've done that and made him feel comfortable and showed your appreciation and respect towards him and made him feel that he's got the authority, because as soon as you show that you want to start calling the shots, it is going to get his back up and it's going to get under his skin. So it's important that you make him feel dominant. I've had the same, for instance.
But then am I not, sorry, excuse me, being manipulative?
Not at all.
Because now I'm making him think that he's cool or whatever, just so that I can say what I want.
Well, tell me, do you think that he's a nice guy? Because you said that you did get along with him before this whole scenario. You told me that you did respect him and you really enjoyed him.
I still respect him, man. I mean, the man's my boss, you know, like, and he is paying for the work that.
But you said you had a bit of a relationship with him before the whole ordeal already as well. Exactly. You still let him use your equipment.
Exactly. So.
And you just feel like then you told me in the previous session that now we've reiterated it, but you told me that you feel like he's been using you as a bit of an object. As opposed to actually, trying to help you out and give you some a foot to stand on, if I can put it that way, or give you some stepping stones.
Yeah, man.
So just express that to him, bro. I would say that.
But what if it doesn't work? That's like my main trip.
Well,
what if it doesn't work
out? Got 6 weeks of
this. Just makes it worse for me.
We've got 6 weeks of this. So if that doesn't work, I'm gonna tell you first. Initialize that. See if that works. Implement that. Try to speak to him. tell him that you don't appreciate the way that he's been speaking to you as well, in a humble, respectful, but mature manner. Because if you mature, he can only be mature. There's a professional environment, and if he's going to be immature, that's his problem.
No, it's my problem though.
It ends up being your
Don't
problem.
Yeah.
Okay, but if that happens, we talk about it, and I give you the next stepping stone. But try firstly, maturely say to him, I'd like to get along with you. I'd like to have a good relationship with you, and I appreciate everything you've done, and I respect what you have put up here. And the amount of, because he's been working for years, as you said, and he's been in the industry for, bro. If it doesn't work,
like then I lose my job and I must just come back here.
No, no, it will be unfair and unjust for him for you to lose your job.
But he can fire me whenever he wants to. Like he can just fire me.
Don't you have a contract in place?
Yeah, but if you're in breach of the contract, then
So you're not breaching the contract by just asking him nicely if he's willing to.
it's not what he might say. Like he might just feel like,
Okay,
oh, this guy was pulling my leg.
okay.
Being
Put it this way. If I can tell you something, and if I could give you a tip, I would like to say it to you. Go to him, express your feelings in a mature manner, in a sympathetical manner. Make him understand that you'd like to get along with him. Make him understand that you've got no negative connotations and intentions with him. You'd really like to get your foot in the industry, open your horizons, and get more opportunities. And you really feel like the internship will help you do so and help you to get more experience.
So you want me to trust you, basically. That's what you're saying.
I'm asking you to trust me and try do what I'm telling you now. And I can't guarantee you that it's going to work, but I have high hopes that it will work.
Okay.
So
I'm going to trust you.
So all I want you to leave with today, and the instruction I'm going to give you, is that if you could please, whenever you see him again, tell him, Keith, listen here, can I speak to you for a little bit, for a second? I really want to get along with you. I really like you as a person, and I would really like to get involved with this company more. I really do enjoy it, and I like what is going on here and what it stands for. And lastly, I would love to intern with you. I'd love to get more experience because when he sees that you no longer just about the materialistic money, but you also, and you're not just about that, but he doesn't know that. And when he sees that you actually care about getting experience, getting knowledge in the industry, and you've got a passion for the career field, I think it will help him open his eyes a bit, and you'll start to open up to you a bit more. So, can you promise me that you'll do that for me? That's going to be the first step. Cool, man.
Sure.
Appreciate it. Awesome.